All right, what's up and welcome to the channel. My name is Hegshot. Thank you so much for joining me today as we finally have the Shield Plus 30 Super Carry on the table for the full review. If this is your first time stopping by, please make sure you subscribe to the channel. Hit your notifications so you never miss a video from me right here. And also join me on my other channel, Hegshot Reloaded, where I'm now posting my shorts and doing World War II guns and other things that I don't normally do here that don't get a lot of views here anyways. Shorts get a lot of views here, but I'm moving that stuff over to a dedicated channel, not only as a backup, but a place where I can explore more with some of these other things that I like to do, ASMR and, you know, kind of cool and funny videos like that. So come over there and check that out. And of course, I am into motorcycles, I'm into gaming, and I make my own music. So I have links to all of my channels down below. I'd love to have each and every one of you come over there and support me over there as well. If you want to support this channel, Patreon is still the way to do that. Thank you very much. And big thanks to Smith & Wesson for sending this gun out so I can do a review on it and show y'all what I like, what I don't like about the gun, take you to the range with me, pros and cons, features, all that good stuff. Let's go ahead and get into it. All right, so you have front and rear slide serrations. They've carried over some things from the Shield Plus, which is a good thing in my opinion. So front and rear slide serrations. You have the Shield Plus logo right here that has the same type of texturing from the grip inside of that logo. And the idea here is you want to differentiate the two, especially when you're at the range like we did. We were shooting them back to back for the comparison. And so any way you can differentiate the two because they look so similar is a good thing. Another way they help differentiate these, by the way, these are optics ready, straight from the factory. Shield Plus, you can get those optics ready as well. There's a few more varieties of the Shield Plus in 9 though, than there is the one in 30 Super Carry. By the way, this round was made for the concealed carry market. In this video, am I going to be able to tell you that this is the best round ever and everything is good with it? No, but I can tell you certain things about this new round that I've found out in my experience with this gun so far. So another way that they've differentiated, at least from the Shield Plus that I have in 9, is the sights are a little bit different. So we have front and rear night sights. The front sight there has a nice bright orange ring around it. Not quite as good as the P365 with the X-ray sights, but still a step above what's on the original Shield Plus there for sure. Reversible magazine release, grip texturing is a nice balance between M2.0 and the original Shield. So not as aggressive as the M2.0, but aggressive enough to keep the gun locked into your hand. Updated trigger, which we'll talk about after the shooting part of the review. And one big thing is updated capacity. So what they did with the Shield Plus is 10 and 13 rounds. Now you have 13 in the standard magazine and you have 16 in the extended magazine. By the way, their little base plate extension is now a part of the base plate itself, so it's not going to be sliding up and down like the original ones used to. And then of course your texturing is on the bottom of that as well. This gun is a little bit lighter, but for all intents and purposes, it's pretty much the same size as the Shield Plus in 9. And one benefit of that is that it fits the same holster. So this is a Tolster holster. I'll leave a link down below and a discount code. This is primarily what I carry, and all of the holsters fit from the 9 to the 30 Super Carry variant. Here's how the gun looks in my hand. You can tell with the standard base plate, I can almost get a full grip on there. Then when I do the extended, I can get a full grip on this gun. And one nice thing about the Shield Plus and why I rave about it so much, especially in the 9, is it shoots like a much bigger gun, and it's a confidence-inspiring carry gun, which I really love. So in order for this round to kind of take off, first of all, it has to be available, and then it has to be proven without a shadow of a doubt. This round has to be proven effective against a bad guy, really, because that's why we carry guns, right? For that unknown. So I won't be able to answer those, but like I said, after the shooting part of the review, I'll at least be able to tell you some things about this round. But capacity is amazing right off the get-go, and it's kind of a balance in between 380 and 9, where you get 9 ballistics and you get increased capacity at the same time. It's a smaller round than 9mm too, as far as diameter, but it's also a higher pressure round as well. All right, breakdown is pretty similar to every other shield or M&P. Rotate that down. Make sure you're clear, of course. Pull the trigger, comes right off. You have a dual captive recoil spring right there. Here's your barrel. All of that good stuff. Y'all have seen this a million times at this point. So we're just gonna put it back together just like that. Rails, points of contact. You also have this little takedown here. If you don't want to pull the trigger for whatever reason, you can do that as well. But if you're safe with the gun, it's fine. You know, pull the trigger, just be safe. All right, so there you go. There it is back together. One additional feature, just like pretty much on all of the M&Ps, you have a peephole right there so you can see your brass down in the chamber. And as far as I know, all of your optics that would work on the Plus, mine isn't optics ready by the way, but all the ones that would work on an optic ready 9 should work on this one as well, but I never ran it with an optic at the range, okay? Other than that, no backstrap options, nothing like that. So let's go ahead and hit the range, the fun part of the video. Let me show you how it did out there, and then afterwards we'll talk about pros and cons, and I'll show you the trigger. Let's go ahead and get to it. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. There we go. Shield Plus, 30 and the 9. Let's go. Hot brass, hot brass, hot brass. Second set of shots was really good there. First set of shots, it kind of almost surprised me with the way the recoil is. Not that it's like unmanageable, but I just kind of had to get my groove with the gun, and it took one mag to get that groove. That's a pretty solid grouping there at 10 yards on that little 6-inch target there. All right, so hopefully y'all enjoyed that. As far as the gun goes and any issue, we had none. My youngest son was actually loading for me, and one thing I had to stress to him is make sure 30 super carry stays with 30 super carry, 9 stays with 9. So I noticed I was doing a short, and I noticed I had a malfunction, a failure to feed. What had happened is, and I didn't realize this either, right? So it's kind of on me too, is he had taken the 9mm magazine. The first round he loaded was a 9. The subsequent rounds were 30 super carry, right? And this magazine locks up in this gun. I was able to fire all the way until that 9. And then once that 9 hit the chamber, it became lodged right here. So I didn't even have a chance to fire it, and I was just able to get it back out by grabbing the rim of the case and just kind of scooting it back. So in the world of firearms, mistakes, we never want them to happen, but we are human. That was a mistake that he had made. I had made because I didn't pay attention to the mag when I loaded in the gun. But fortunately, it's a mistake that was never really realized because, like I said, it wouldn't even chamber. Now the other way around, because I know I'll get asked, will the 30 super carry actually chamber in the 9mm? Well, see for yourself. No, it just falls right out. the end of the barrel. So fortunately, that isn't really an issue there. The magazines lock up in each gun, but just pay attention. That's the only reason I tell you this, because they are very similar and the magazines lock up. You just want to kind of pay attention to things like that, right? So there you go. But no issues to speak of as far as the round. As far as the way it shoots, it's nowhere near 40 Smith & Wesson, but I kind of compared it, I think, to like somewhere between 9 and 40. It just has like a little bit more felt snap to it almost, but it's not nearly like 40 Smith & Wesson. Not too bad. I'm hitting over to the left just a little bit, consistently. I think I pulled that last one. Really not bad at all. It's got somewhere between like a 9 mil or maybe I wouldn't even say a 45. I'd say a 40 as far as the felt recoil. So it's really a nice controllable round. When I was looking at the two compared, like I said, I'm gonna do this comparison and I'm gonna get it done pretty quick for y'all. But when I was looking at the two side by side, man, there's really not a lot of difference. Mrs Hegshot, she didn't go with us at all that day. And I asked her, I said, hey, which one of these guns looks like it has more recoil to you just on screen? She said, I really can't tell the difference. The only thing I could tell personally shooting it was just, it felt like just a little bit more snap, and that's it. So one thing that I'm starting to do here, and y'all will see a ballistic vest test here very soon. I'm also gonna do some ballistic gel testing, and I've never really ventured into this before, but this will be a perfect round to see what kind of penetration and stuff I can get versus a 9mm and try a variety of rounds. I think that will be a really good video and something that excites me enough to get a block and do that kind of testing. So we are definitely expanding here. But let me go ahead and show you the trigger here, show you what this looks like. All right, let's check the trigger weight here really quick. 6 pounds, 14 ounces. £6, 5 ounces. So let's call it 6.5 pounds, somewhere in there, which I think is totally reasonable for a concealed carry gun. I don't mess with trigger weights on any of my carry guns. And this one does a very good job. And this is one of the best things that Smith & Wesson has incorporated into their new Shield Plus lineup is the updated trigger. So you have a little tab right there. It's almost like a flat face trigger setup they have. You hit the wall and it breaks. Reset right there. So there's not a lot of guesswork. There's not a lot of travel with this trigger. It's a very clean break. And you know, honestly, I was expecting out of myself a little bit better groups than what I got. But I think with a little bit more practice, I think I can get this thing dialed in as good as I have it with the 9mm version. Like I said, I could have just been off that day. It was 100 degrees. It was hot. From the time we got there to the time we left, it was kind of miserable. Regardless, I think that a lot of people will find that this gun shoots way better than it should. So there you go, man. No issues there to speak of. The gun is comfortable in the hand. I like the grip texturing. I like the fact that it's optics ready. Like I said, I just haven't picked up an optic for this gun for no particular reason other than the fact that I just haven't. All right, so there's that. The capacity is really good. I think the only thing that's going to keep me from carrying this gun right now is just the uncertainty with the round. I feel comfortable that this gun is going to work. I really had no doubt at all, but I don't care what manufacturer it is. I won't carry a gun until I've shot it because I preach that. I can't go against that. So that it is what it is. I feel comfortable carrying it and I feel comfortable knowing that it will work because I trust this company and I trust this gun now. We ran 250 rounds, I think, through the gun without a hiccup. I imagine this thing will continue to run, and run. which is great. What I don't know necessarily, and that I've only seen on paper, is the ballistic advantage of this. I like the fact that they made a round that's specifically made for the concealed carry market. I think that's really awesome, and I don't know that it's needed, but I also don't see an issue with it either, as long as the ammo becomes readily available for people to get a hold of, and more importantly, as long as it's effective in its job. So again, I think, you know, this is kind of be a rolling story with the Shield Plus 30 Super Carry. If I were to grade it today, I would say it's like a 9, you know, maybe an 8.5. You know, the Shield Plus to me and 9 is the perfect carry gun right now. Mid-2022, this is the perfect carry gun. You get 3 additional rounds, right? So you have 14 rounds on tap for the same size gun. We just need to do more. I need to do more testing with this before I say this thing is a total winner. As it stands though, 8.5 to a 9. This thing is very solid, man, and a gun I can't wait to see kind of what other reviewers think about it, what they say about it. You know, ballistically, what is it going to do? Like I said, this gun is the reason I want to start doing ballistic gel testing, because I really want to see how does it stack up with the 9mm. Will that tell me everything I need to know? It may tell me enough to where I feel comfortable carrying it. So we're gonna have some expansion here. We're gonna have some part 2, 3, 4, 5, however long it takes to get comfortable with this gun. But I really want to hear what your opinion about it is. Do you think there was a need? I know there's a lot of people in that first video said, man, I don't see a need for this. I want to know, do you think there was a need? Do you like this round? Do you like what you've seen from this round? You get more rounds. Ballistically, it's on par with 9. Do you trust it? Whatever your opinion is of the new Shield Plus and 30 Super Carry, leave those down below. You know what mine is now. I don't think I even mentioned cons. Right now, I just don't know enough about the round. The gun, it's pretty much the same. It's almost damn near perfect. Shield Plus lineup I'm talking about. There's just some to be continues there I can't really touch on just yet. So there you go. Make sure you subscribe for more updates coming in the future. I will see you on the next one. And as always, hold them down.